Okay, Rivet Nut USA, a division of Cardinal Components, is demonstrating our 9003. It's a heavy-duty rivet nut installation tool. We're going to be demonstrating how to set up a 1/2 13 headset, and then we're going to do a couple of test installations. First, we start with this hex nut. It's nice if you have some thin wrenches. They can typically be bought at Amazon or Harbor Freight or any hardware store. They're thin, they're not thick. It helps with these smaller components. It's important that you get everything nice and tight. You don't want things to be loose as you're doing installation because there's thousands of pounds of pressure being applied. So then we're going to put on the extender that's needed for larger head sizes like the 1/2 13. So now that's tight. Call this the mandrel receiver. In order to get this tight, we actually have to loosen this up just a little bit. In order to get that hex nut that we first put on, use 11/16 to hold that, and I'm going to use a 7/8 to put on the mandrel receiver part, and then I'll be able to tighten that. This is critical. You have to get this tight to this, and now I can slide back on the third part, or thread that back in, and tighten that up just a little bit. So now we have 4 components on. Our 5th component is actually going to be the brass mandrel connector and the mandrel itself. And then this is the mandrel sleeve, or the housing. We'll thread that on. Seven-eighths wrench. And now the nose cone. Tighten that to the nose cone extender that we have put on previously. And then the final piece is the anvil. And the anvil you put on, I have a rivet nut here. You want to put the anvil on so that the rivet nut that you use is flush with the end of the mandrel. So that looks good. So I'm going to then tighten down the hex nut on the anvil itself. There, so now everything's nice and secure. So put on my, this is a stainless steel 1/2" 13 rivet nut, and it's flush. The mandrel tip is flush with the end of the rivet nut. I have the stroke adjustment up here far enough out to allow enough stroke to come. This would be, turning this with this stroke adjustment tool, this would be less stroke, and then turning to the left would be more stroke. So stroke changes by the length of your rivet nut and your material thickness. And then this tool also operates with pressure, which is this pressure wheel. You can see the gold showing. If you see gold showing, the more gold showing, the less pressure. The less gold showing, the more pressure the tool will apply. I have it hooked up to pneumatic air, and that's at 90 PSI. It's regulated to 90 PSI. And so now I'm going to set up enough pressure so that this rivet nut installs. So I'm going to gently press the trigger in, and I'm going to continue to hold it. And I'm spinning the pressure wheel clockwise. There's less and less gold showing. I happen to know that this will pretty much take most of the pressure the tool has to offer, because this is a heavy-duty rivet nut and stainless steel. So I can see the rivet nut starting to deform, and now it's deformed. So now I know I have enough pressure, and in order to release the rivet nut and complete the installation, I put more pressure on the trigger, and that will initiate the reverse out sequence. I'll do one more as a nice auto fade feature. I'll do one more. Again, it's a gentle press. And it can take some time for the rivet nut to upset. Now it's upset, and now I can do the auto reverse.